So before you click away, what if I told you that the leaks that you're hearing are probably not that accurate and are probably not that bad?
Reimagine Star Wars.
Time
to engage your reimagination.
Reimagine with us by subscribing and clicking that bell button. First, I want to say that these leaks that we're getting seem to be without a lot of context and are missing a lot of pieces. And the first example I'll give you is that the ending, they say Rey kills Palpatine with 2 lightsabers. Well, what happened to the dagger? If that dagger is so important that we lose C-3PO, don't you think that might play a piece of into the end and the death of Palpatine? I would think so. So probably that ending is not accurate. So I'm not the first to point this out, but that dagger that Rey holds in her hand when they destroy the Vader altar has been associated with the possibility of being the Mortis Dagger from the Mortis arc in the Clone Wars. If this is the Mortis Dagger, this brings in to play a lot of pieces that may have not been considered as we proceed into the final chapter of the sequel trilogy. So we know we were told by Rian Johnson that your Snoke theory sucks. And I guess really that was just so our focus would come off of him. But it really does beg the question of who is Snoke. I mean, Snoke is a very powerful dark side user, and it's not like the Emperor would just let him be out there doing whatever, right? And if the Force created a powerful light for the powerful dark, as Snoke said, why doesn't Snoke trigger this in the Force? And for that matter, why isn't Palpatine triggering this in the Force if he's existing out there? In my mind, there's only one answer that can tie all 3 things together. So what can bring this all together? And that's the Mortis gods. Each of the Mortis gods were killed, but only 2 were killed by the Mortis Dagger. The Son was not. If the other 2 require killing by the Mortis Dagger, why not the Son? The answer is he still does. So that means he was not killed on Mortis. But that he was severely weakened so that he could be killed without the Mortis Dagger. And that was ultimately the plan of the Father. So where is Mortis? Well, Mortis is considered part of the ethereal realm, something that is not in this physical world. So it could be said to be part of the world between worlds, some extra dimensional place where Force entities can reside. What we know from Rebels is that Palpatine was trying to get into the world between worlds. And we also know that he rebuilt portions of the temple from Lothal, where Ezra was able to view into the world between worlds so that he could return to the past, which is what he was tempted with. And we also know from the comics, which are canon, that Palpatine gave Vader Momin's mask. Now, Momin didn't just show us that an item can be possessed by a Dark Lord, but also that there is a way to create a portal into the ethereal world through the dark side, a twisted version of the ethereal cosmic realm. So what if, at the end of Return of the Jedi, when Vader threw the Emperor down the shaft, that blast of energy was not the death of the Emperor, at least totally. What if it was the opening into the ethereal realm, the Emperor moving into Mortis, or the world between worlds? It's the Emperor that lets the now rejuvenated Son go so that he can be killed, restarting the cycle of the Mortis gods. Mortis is remade into the Emperor's image, Exogal. Exo meaning outside, Gal shortened for galaxy. So he's outside the galaxy. So Kylo is the dark side with a little light in him, just like the Son. And Rey is the light side with a little dark in her, just like the daughter. They have risen up as the Force has decided. The darkness rises, and the light to meet it. Who else would have this view of balance other than the Son? And now Palpatine rises to be the tyrant father versus the original father who was the benevolent father. The tyrant father, again, is another archetype, and now we'll have the son and the daughter once again under the tyrant father. So what will be the narrative of this story? Well, I think some of the rumors have some credence. So I do think Kylo will be the first to discover Palpatine, and I think that that message will get back to Leia and the others, and also to Rey, and they will go off and they'll search for first the Wayfinder to show them the way to the Mortis Dagger. They will find the Mortis Dagger so they can kill Palpatine, because that is the only item that can kill him when he is in the realm of Exogal or Mortis or the world between worlds. So when they go there, that will be their purpose. So the story that we hear of Rey killing Palpatine with 2 lightsabers can't happen because it can only be done with the Mortis Dagger. And what I think will happen as they traverse through the universe or the galaxy to find to each item along the way, they will eventually make their way back to Palpatine to face him. And it'll be there that they'll open up the world between worlds and enter to face Palpatine. And it'll be there that Anakin and the other Force Ghosts will also be there. That's why they're there. And it'll be them that'll defeat Palpatine with the Mortis Dagger, because that is the only way it's going to happen. So we might have a massive Force Ghost battle or some sort of like that, but it can only happen in the world between worlds, and that's how it'll end. And how do we know that? Because Qui-Gon was able to materialize on Mortis, so the other Force Ghosts can as well. Tell me what you think about my theory. If you like it, let me know in the comments. And if you don't, let me know that in the comments as well.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Like he said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more. Click the end screen to see our stories.